Good morning and welcome to Monos featuring me, Monica Mo Justice. All right, today is going to be a little kooky. Grand Rising lady. It's going to be a little kooky because, okay, um, because one, I got my 27-inch monitor. So I'm looking over into the monitor, which got everything on it, and I can see. So all this time that I've been complaining about seeing stuff, I could see. Boogie, now you know there's been some issues, and I have to come up here before I go to work from home because the bitch still got a whole job. Um, I just have to address some shit that just needs to be. Well, yeah. When I get to that point, Bugs. When I get to that point, it'll be a good thing. Okay. Um. Okay. So let me give people some history just to let y'all know. I've been under the weather for the past couple of days. I went out on Friday. Yes, it was an interesting series of events that started on Friday. So Friday morning, I left out crack of dawn before the crack of dawn to go into Jersey to go to the supermarket, my favorite supermarket, Wegmans. So I arrived there. I got in line. Yeah, it's nothing like it. Well, the company bought us um the monitors, right? And then I finally got the chair, but I still got to work on it. Look, I didn't want to move too much, but anyhow, I went to the supermarket. I did my shopping. Uh, it was like I felt like I was in like supermarket sweep or some shit. Like you needed to run through the supermarket to get all your stuff, but booyate, booyate, booyate. I got a little bit of stuff. Anyway, so on my way coming home, an influencer sent me an email. An influencer told me, "Yo, like somebody's getting their ass eaten out by the influencer didn't say all that, but that's my opinion." Good morning, Alethea. Um, by somebody, a big YouTuber, right? So I was like, damn, let me go check this out. No biggie. So I went and I watched. Now, if you've been watching me, following me forever in a days, I got golden rules. If I go in a live, if I'm present in a live, then you will see me there. I will make some kind of indication that I'm present. I don't hide in bushes. It's not good for the hair. It's not good for me. It's just not good. It's just not one of those things that I do. So if anybody ever believes that they can call me out somewhere and be like, come out the bushes, and I'm going to come out some goddamn bushes, you are sadly mistaken. You people are not that interesting to me that I need to be watching y'all every moves. Even if you take the time to put my name in your video. I ain't got no time for that shit either. Grown ass women handle any kind of discrepancies they may have with another grown ass woman that they don't know. They kind of address that person to find out, where that person is. Yo, how do I get in contact with homegirl over there to see what, if anything, she's got a problem with me? But obviously, people don't know how. Yeah, you know what it is? It's when you don't know how to represent yourself, right? And a man can eat your ass out on his platform like that man ate her ass out on that platform. That is just crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Okay. So when I was watching his live stream and I kind of could relate to her acquiescence to his bullshit, um, I understood her statements. And I'm not going to say I went in there to support, but I did go there to observe. I put the little eyeballs in. You people drop eyeballs in my shit all the time. I put the little eyeballs in to represent that I was present. Um, I listened to the dialogue. It appeared that a video was made about 14, 15 months ago. Right. So if the eyeballs are there, what do the eyeballs represent? I'm present, right? I'm in the present. Um, and I was listening to what he had to say in his exchange, and obviously some messy motherfucker sent a video that's about uh, several months later to him, brought it to his attention, and he was upset, and he was addressing the video. And he had her up there and he was speaking to her, but everything was condescending. She acquiesced, and her a point made was that she did it because she didn't have the facts at the time. Well, when you messy boots, that's what happens. I'm not familiar with that person's page too much, and she rocks. Last time I checked, she rocks with the evangelicals. So I really, yeah, to me, it means I'm watching just like the ear means I'm listening. That's exactly what it is. And I was watching. And it actually gave me an opportunity because people have talked about this man for a minute to get to see him interact. I don't understand why these people get so upset. What I will tell homegirl, if you had something of value, he definitely would have took you out. And he basically said that, like, when you're talking about slander and stuff like that, you have to be a public figure in order to prevail on slander, even though there's been a YouTuber here who has told me differently from New York. But where I come from, you have to be a public figure. It has to have some kind of damage to your character as a result of the slander. And the only way that you can prevail in a slander case is with the truth. So you can slander somebody, but if you actually have the truth, then you can counter it with this was true. So the person can say, yes, what you said about me slandered me. It put me in a negative light to people, yada, yada, yada. But if it was the truth, then there's nothing that a person can do against it. So I watched the video. Somewhere in the video, a person stated that they've grown from the time that they did that video to where they are at speaking to him on the platform. I disagree. And I stand on that. And I ask the question because if one had really had growth, why would there be a video with my name in it a couple of hours thereafter? Listen, you peoples in the K unit division, this is why y'all got reduced to a hospital. Yeah, y'all went from a community to a hospital in my diggings. And it's because of the embarrassing shit that y'all do. Yeah, there was no command of that whole there was no demanding respect from him. And I don't even think you could have garnered it. But at some point, you did see like he was willing, and I don't understand this because the KJ community is such a small community, right? But it's a it's a 1/10 or 0.1% of what he's got, right? As a following. So, what would be the benefit of wanting to come over here and engage with her? We ain't going to you, mister. Hold on, I gotta fix shit never changes. Da, 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 da. Okay. Um, we're not going over to his channel to watch him. And under good circumstances, I would tell y'all that I was embarrassed for homegirl. But there was no humility for herself. So what the fuck? I'm supposed to be super embarrassed for somebody?
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am Julie of Julie's Plans. Thank you so much for joining me today. In today's video, I kind of wanted to go.
I don't even watch you people. I be on other people's shit.
Subscription from their EC Sticker Club, sort of quarterly subscription that they have going on right now. So,
all right, I don't even be watching y'all people like that. Anyway, anywho, so I got a message, I think it was Saturday or Sunday, to let me know that somebody made a video about me. I can't say I was disappointed. I don't even know what to think anymore, but whatever. That's the point I was at. It was just like whatever. Thankfully that person, knowing me, did not try to send me the live or the video with my name in it. Just made me aware of it. Thank you very much. Next thing I know, yesterday I'm talking to somebody and they sent me the link. So me, I asked what's this link to? So they told me what the link is to. I said, I'm not watching that shit. And the reason why I don't watch that shit is because that's how you end up getting a reaction. You understand? Because you hear what somebody said about you negatively without any grounds to say it. And then you become responsive. Hey DOD, um, you, you become responsive. If I ask for a link, I asked for his link because I don't subscribe to his page, but I was already doing like searching, trying to find it, and then it said it was live. So by the time I got the link, I was already in the room. I mean, it's a conscious decision of mine to be in the room and to let people know I was present in the room. So that's just who I am. And it's not going to change. So in the big platforms, even when I'm watching the news in New York and they're covering shit, I'm inside the chat talking shit because that's how that shit rolls out. Like it doesn't thing. DLD, did you send me the email? Because I realized afterwards that I asked you for the email on the thing, and then I was like, damn, I don't know if this person is going to be the person I'm replying to. So only one person wrote me, so I'm just going to ask you if it was you, because then I'll respond and tell you what I had to say. So that's it. That's everything. So my first thought on it is that if a real woman had a real problem with a real woman, she would take that issue to that real woman. If there was any misunderstanding about growth, you can then segue into when the person sent me the link yesterday, it was like, yo, so Straight Drop them went in on it. So I had to spend my time listening to Straight Drops live to hear that and not hear his passion. And that's what I'm gonna say about the KJ community. You guys have a love and affection for each other. You guys are really family. When y'all make a fool, when one person makes a fool of themselves, everybody else rallies around that person. Seen y'all do it before. I've been here since day one of this bullshit, right? As the channels was forming, I've been here since day one. So I understand the dynamics of some of you folks, right? So we've been down this road before. Remember when everybody went and took their ass over to, this is going down memory lane, when they took their ass over and went into Kevin Gills. This is right after the Wrap It Up campaign. After they got Ricky up out of here, then they went and embarked on a mission to set Kevin Gills straight. Now, he may have imploded months thereafter, but there was unity. People went up there. They did about a bad performance as that woman did, explaining why. Because personally, you would have only got one apology from moi, and the next statement would have been, yeah, it was not in my best judgment to have done what we did on the platform at that time. But to ask the person, do you want me to take it down? No, bitch, keep it up there. He done instructed his people yesterday to flag the fuck out of y'all. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, oh, let me try to keep the story together. I've watched you people go all the way over there, and I watched y'all stand for each other. So I know y'all got love for one another, right? Shout out to y'all. Even when I was on my cousin's panel the other day, and I got issues with somebody, it's not even issues, but it's just the way things are. They will never be restored. But I know how to conduct myself as a woman, and other people know how to conduct themselves as a man, or as another woman, or as an adult. Some of you motherfuckers need to practice adulting. It's not hard to be an adult. So when you say, I've got growth, how about grow the fuck up? Want to do that first? How about doing that? Acting like a real woman should. Instead of putting lips to the shit. Yes, the man dissed the fuck out of y'all after he then agreed by consent to go on their panel because she came on his panel. So he thought it was only the right thing to do. That's what he told his people. Now I watched Straight Drops one live, the long one. I watched then I went back and watched the big famous YouTuber's channel, and I watched his live, and I didn't watch it in live, so I watched it in replay because it wasn't brought to my attention until after it was over. So I watched it in replay, and I watched him introduce to his, because he's simulblast. I watched him introduce to his people that he was his audience, his followers, his constituents. Grand Rising, Aaron Collins. He addressed them. He told them exactly what he was going in to do. He admonished those. I was like, where you're going? He was like, don't worry about where I'm going. I'm just going, however that is. Whatever. He gave them fair warnings. Then he went ahead and went on her live. There was supposed to be a focal point, and they tippy-toddled. Now I'm sitting here, having not seen the video about where's the growth. I should be saying where's the beef, but where's the growth? You couldn't see it there either. There was none. There was no command for her channel. The woman that she ousted a couple of months ago, or a couple of weeks ago, or it could feel like a year in YouTube space, for doing the rent scam or whatever fucking scam she accused the lady for, was front and center on her panel. So that just indicates I definitely missed some shit, because the last time I was anywhere near these people, the two women that were on the panel, one was accusing the other one of defrauding and taking money that she didn't get evicted out of an apartment or something, and the other woman was up there defending herself, and they was back and forth about some shit, and the whole channel was up to tipsy turvy. And that's as far as I got, and I immediately said, this is not the type of woman that I would even fuck with. Because if I give somebody something, I consider it a write-off. Done. Finished. I don't need it back. I would have never gave it. If I was in a position that I had to have it back, I just wouldn't have compromised myself like that. So I didn't understand making a big deal if somebody got evicted. And I knew when I heard the woman's story that there was more to the I don't even know what to call it, emergency evacuation of the apartment. And I told the woman on the platform that day she was going to have to show some kind of evidence of that, and she should be able to have some kind of evidence. So in any event, that was way over my head when it occurred. But the man did the channel. He came up there. He did the interview with them. It wasn't going pretty well. And when you out of your league, when you're not prepared, when you fail to plan and you plan to fail, this is what you do. Some of us think our beauty gets over for us. So there you go. Why you not smiling? Bitch, because the joke is on you. Why this not funny? What you doing? Why you not laughing? We want to see you smile. You smile. The man was like, yo, I'm ready to fuck you black bitches up. I ain't come here to smile. I came here to eat y'all out. That's what he said. Yeah. I was like, he's up there. I don't know. Sometimes I think some situations here on the YouTube, especially with some men, get them rock hard. And this is how I know y'all rock hard for each other, from behind the scenes, over the scenes, or whatever. The man did that thing. He got off. Some guy came up there to fuck with him while he was on the panel, and he made a demand. He said, yo, get this dude off of here, or I'm out, right? So she moved fast enough. He was out. He evades. So my observation of him is he ain't all that great. He evades topics. He changes the woman with the broken English. She was correct. He changes the subject. Tries to put you on the defensive for no reason. When there was a question on the table, he would be yeah, he's one of those horrible people to have an interview with. Yes, he does a lot of deflecting. He's immature, and there were points that they were vaguely getting to, and he even told them, you could have made these points, but yeah, it's not that he's a troublemaker, but see, the little bit of videos that I seen for myself on his part, I only saw the one where somebody snuffed him in New York. I saw one when he came to New York without an appointment and was demanding, because he was a big YouTuber, to go on a show. I think it was it The Breakfast Club? He was trying to get into some shit show, some radio show without an appointment, and just thought because he showed up in town that they would take him and that would be his thing. So from seeing those clips of him about a year ago, yeah, when he didn't have an appointment, or didn't have a booking, because you make a booking To me it was like a false sense of I've made it. Yeah, those are the things I saw. Um and I saw a video in brief because somebody just like popped him one good one, and then I saw the video where he was trying to get into the studio and was upset that they wasn't taking his visit. All the other stuff I heard about just like everybody else, and he's got his account of stuff, and everybody has their opinion of what they saw. So opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one. Anywho, um, when he left their panel, he continued because I'm gonna watch the whole shit from beginning to end to beginning. You understand? I don't. Can y'all hear that? It's moving, so I'm gonna. I'll keep going to the other thing. Okay, so yeah. All right. So I don't know if you heard the part where I said I um I saw when Huggy Pacino was on their panel with Tommy Sotomayor with him. I saw when Straight Drop entered. I saw when the other woman came on and explained to them that they was being dragged over in his room, and that was horrible. That was really horrible. That was really horrible. fat bitch. And I'm saying, well, damn, how'd you know one is a fat bitch? I just was like, but the confidence, if somebody was trying to mentor you, as he contended, one would say that went out the window. Oof, out the window, out the window. Anywho, people that are in growth mode learn from these experiences or these events. It's a takeaway learning mission. If one was to really sit back and reflect on what occurred and say, good morning, Miss Natural Nolans. One would look back and be like, how do I grow? Because there hasn't been any growth yet. But how do I begin to grow? What changes? This would be the time to start doing that. And then a person won't be asking you growth where. Because you'll know where your growth is. You'll know, hey, MATC, you'll know if you've actually grown. So that was disgusting, and people did come over to explain or to advise that one was being cussed out and called all kinds of names on his platform. That is affirmative. He went in there to destroy the woman that was presenting some information. Now, let me go on to this. How do we, y'all, get dragged into somebody else's situation? So we're sitting there listening because I'm only watching his replay. So I don't get to hear all the stuff that was exchanged before he re-enters the room. But he takes out this woman who was up there giving some information. Then you see backpedaling from the host to be like, I asked for evidence to support people's claims and allegations. So she felt like that was sufficient enough to be able to go ahead and be messy. You know, and I learned a new word though for the messy shit. Is a debate group. Eek. Debate to me, when I hear the word debate, and maybe it's because, people think that arguing is debating. That's why some of y'all are in domestic violence situations, because y'all believe that your arguments are debates. When at some point they're just downright abusive conversations. But a debate means that there's a subject matter, right? And two opposing views on the subject matter. Point in case, this week, DOD and Darren Marion had a debate on the subject Donald fucking Trump. See? One person was for him and one person was against him, right? And then they had a conversation that presented why someone was for, this is what a debate is, why someone was for him and was able to defend those points. The other person was able to defend why he was against what he's seen, what he's seen in the administration, and present his points. Then there was cross communication where you ask the other one questions, like in a debate, in a real debate. That's what a debate is. These are not debates on the YouTube. These are full-fledged arguments. People around here have full-fledged arguments. They're not debates. If you think it's a debate. Now, it's unfortunate because a couple of weeks ago, I remember speaking to Nikki C, and I said, I am going to do a whole show on how to debate. And I went to the bookstore to find some high school debate books or how to debate. And I guess we just going to have to watch The Great Debaters in order to understand what a debate is. But it is not the conversations that you guys be having here. It's not the arguments that y'all engage in on this YouTube. These are not debates. These are worthless, meaningless discussions that minimize your capacity. So if you felt like you was growing, you diminished your capacity. Now, by engaging with somebody on a higher platform, one may consider themselves as having grown because you've moved into an area that you would not have been in. And maybe there's room for people to see grow and come in and mentor and enlighten and embolden and empower you to be better. So there's always opportunity for that. So maybe that's the growth. But there's a disconnect. Last but not least, the last person that came through on the men's channel was No News is Good News with Gabby Ganoes. And he just cussed that man out so bad. I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe it. And yes, I do have a raspy cough. You think they're love and hip hop style arguments? They're not debates. They're not what a debate is even. How you going to debate somebody? How do you debate? Like it's like it's such a. You know what else really bothered me? It's because I keep saying words matter, right? And people get angry with me because I say words matter. And they be like, oh, Monica's being too particular or whatever. Yeah, because you can't ebonics common shit. Like there is standard shit. Debate is a standard shit. You can't make y'all fighting into a debate and then expect to be respected across the board. Because when somebody with some common sense, white folk, that is clear people, when they come through, they be like, what the fuck is this? Arguing, disgruntled. This is where they get all of the statements that Black women are unhappy, they're bitter, they're angry, because they're looking at y'all debating. And God forbid that they should even believe or heard you call that shit a debate. They would be like, are you fucking kidding me? This is not a debate. So everybody just got up there on the men's show trying to be seen. Yes, everyone wanted to debate the man. So basically it sounded like they wanted to argue with him. But the initial contact for the channel holder was that she ran a live over a year ago that insulted him, that he said was defamation, that was slanderous. Well, he actually said slanderous. He didn't say defamation. He said slander, that slandered him. When you use the word everybody, I would have to disagree. What I did appreciate was his way of handling her initially. And I did appreciate and understand fully why she felt apologetic. But I don't believe that it did anything to change the type of person that she is, or it does anything. Da, 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 da. All right. It did anything to demonstrate growth. Um, and that's what's important. I'm getting the camera back. All right. And this one, I tried not to have this camera come up, but it still does. Okay. Um, so that's my take on the situation. It has no bearings to me whatsoever. I would love to stand in unity with I dislike when man comes for woman. And I hate to stand on the sidelines and watch a woman being drugged, dragged, drugged through some stuff. I hated the correction of language. I didn't see him correct man when man was on his platform and made a similar uh, um, pronunciation of words wrong, but I saw him correct woman, her in particular. That that was a little moment for me. Um, I saw a man get on his platform who wasn't and have the same kind of contextual struggles, and he did not correct him at all, not one time. But there's a certain way you treat supporters than you treat visitors. There's certain hospitalities extended, and that's it. It's not good energy and does nothing for you long term. I can tell you from experience. I would never be eager to host a conversation with him. I would be very cautious of myself. But you know, when you consider yourself to be a brand, you conduct yourself in a certain way because you don't want your brand tarnished. So, Mo won't be doing that. Just like I won't be entertaining homegirl with a bullshit because you know she's just a girly girl. You know she's just a hood rat bitch. At the end of the day, that's what it looked like when she grows up and becomes a woman. I can always entertain woman to woman. But as long as, you know, like little girls, I don't do little girls. I don't do little girls at all. So I'm not going to start doing little girls on this shit. And that's it. At some point, I hope in y'all back chat that y'all are being honest with each other and reviewing the footage and looking at yourselves and saying, yo, where could I have improved myself? What could I have done differently to get a better outcome in that discussion? And hopefully somebody will feel sorry. But the people that came over with their own issues and missions and were talking about how to take somebody down and stuff like that. That was so asinine. I was like, OMG. That was so asinine. I couldn't believe it. They got their own problems with him. And in the words of Miss Coleman, they bandwagoned onto your dispute in hopes that they can get enough people together to take somebody down because he said he ate the Putinani when it was bleeding. I couldn't believe it. I was just like, the worst thing about that, I said the same thing that he said. So what? What that have to do with anything? If he want to eat vagina, vajayjay, and come out and say that it tastes like, what was it? Cheesecake? I don't know what the fuck it tastes like. I don't remember what it was that he allegedly said, but I was sitting here saying to myself, so what are y'all gonna do? Y'all should be mad because of what? Man, I was having all kinds of thoughts. So I just was like, shit. That must have been some poo-poo to want to get into. I don't know. It just like, if a man tells you, so I don't know. if a man tells you that his previous relationship with the woman, he was eating it while it was bleeding, what's your likelihood of ever really kissing his ass? Like, is kissing over with? Because your mouth is like the nastiest part of your body. Like, what are you thinking? Like, that's what I was thinking when I heard it. I'm just like, oh. I'm just like, man, there's no tongue kissing. There's no fucking lip kissing. Because this nigga eats anything. I don't think there's any. I gotta add that to my list of questions. Have you ever went down on a woman at that time of the month? Yes or no? Eliminate it. Put him over in the box. No, they said that they got a video of him saying that, but he did not deny that existed. But the question becomes, what the fuck? Like, I was just sitting there, I was like, oh, this is interesting. Like, I'm just saying, it's gonna be one of my questions on my dating list. Like, I need to know, have you engaged in this behavior? I do have to pop out of here. I'm gonna bring y'all to an hour. He has been here for 8 years. We have a lot of audio clips of him. Yeah, I'm sure. And then I think he chokes up. He probably interchanges the truth with comedy to then say, there's no factual, I'm just a comedian. We know about those mofos when they want to be just a comedian. All right, I can't take this fucking chair either. Because the floor is now, I can see that the floor is on a slant or something because the chair keeps moving and my back has been killing me. No, I just can't remember what he said it tasted like. That shit was just crazy. I don't know why I can't remember what he said it tasted like. I think I was just like over the experience of it. But I do know some people that have. I do know some guys that have done that, and it's been out of a desperation for needing to have that poo-poo at their disposal. Don't even be funny, Nikki. Don't even be funny right now. And I saw your message, Alethea. He told his people, don't be asking me who in the he said, don't be asking me who inside the chat. If you ask me who in the chat, I'm gonna block you. Yeah, it is. It's. I'm no like He's not an anomaly. It's not weird. How are you all doing up there? Um. Yes, ma'am. He does. Um. At this point in time, San Francis, I'm not talking about the worldly events that is going on in the world, that the current state of affairs, because when you do, people are listening, and they're flagging channels for no apparent reason. I'm safe. I was under the weather, having traveled outside, but the other day to get groceries, but otherwise I'm doing fine. um I will continue to maintain that we are free. We got one of the best um governors. He's a New Yorker. New Yorkers are built a certain kind of way. We take care of our own. We understand our shit. And to just be correct, he said he's not gonna let nobody fuck with New York. He's not gonna let nobody cheat New York, and he's not gonna let nobody manhandle New York. So that is exactly how we do things. And I think that if you liked my style in the months that have or the years that we've been together, then I do the same thing. Like, we handle our business. We're okay. And that's all I'm gonna say on that subject. But thanks for asking. I'm safe. I hope that all of you guys are being safe, that you're practicing um, staying indoors more than going out if it's possible. Most of you stay indoors anyway. That's why we got so much fucking problems with y'all. Anywho's, because y'all be on the internet all the time because y'all never get outside anyway. So this is not nothing new to y'all. You've been indoors forever anyway. Uh, y'all just saying welcome to my world. I'm just saying, welcome. you, you know, when I have to keep it jiggy. Y'all been locked down for too long. You like, Mo Justice, what you mean you can't go out? I've been stuck in this house for months. I can't even move. I need help to go wash my ass. I saw that. Yo, that is sad as hell. Um, that is sad as hell. I'm gonna give us 6 minutes. Comments, questions, concerns. This is the open time. This is when it's open. Yeah, the Macy's thing. Macy's is a hallmark to New York City. But let me remind folks, I will give Nugget a shout out from you. Yeah, well, you need to stay your ass inside the house because your ass be all up on the curve, walking to being the first one inside the supermarket at 6 a.m. And I'm going to tell you, when I went to the supermarket, I must have looked like an old person because they let me in because I was the first one standing on that line. And if they would have told me that they was letting only super seniors in before my ass, I would have been forever mad. So, thanks for letting me know that. I'm a little skeptical now about going across the border because I feel like one of the directions I'm going to get stopped. If I go into Jersey, they might stop me. But if I come back into New York, they might stop me. So I don't know what to say anymore. But we all in this together. The Macy's thing. Guys, gals, okay? In order to get free money, you have to demonstrate a need. So I'm going to tell y'all like this. Corporations are not shy of that. So we'll keep watching Macy's, and they said Kohl's did the same thing. There's a method to this madness when you have leadership that is scared to lose this kind of business stuff, and then you have businesses react a certain way. It's because they're prompting a reaction from the head person in charge. They have 18. Can you give me evidence of that? The real Aaron Collins. Can you tell me your source for that? Hey, Gab. Could you send that to me, Yvonne? I would think that they would have. See, the problem here is that Cuomo, the governor Cuomo, and it's not a problem. It is what great leaders are made of, right? He comes from a family where his dad was in government. You understand? His dad was the governor. So he's lived in that house before. He's been there. He's heard some of these conversations before. So it's innate with him. I send the video. Okay. You can send me the video. I appreciate it. But I'm just asking you, what's the source on that? Is it news? Is it authoritative news? That would be your traditional medias. The bottom line is, okay, all right. I'm not interested in what the YouTuber has to say. Yo, Boogie, that's why I've not been up here, Boogie. That's exactly why I have not been up here, because I've been wanting the one thing you like. Oh, that's why I've been staying hibernating, because I can tell people about the demographics of New York, and then they can understand why we have these pockets and why there was such a concern, and why I believe the other video that got taken down, I think it was at the point when I said faces of this, the images of the deceased look like me. That's what I said, and that's when I think this shit went amok over here. Because I said the images of the deceased look like me, but the nexus or ground zero or patient zero had nothing to do with you or I. And that's it. And especially when, so that's it. I came here, I said the other day, I was explaining to somebody about the Elmhurst Hospital situation, and then yesterday the governor came out and he expressed it further. So just to be clear, in New York we have public hospitals that must take everybody. They can't turn anybody away, right? And then we have private hospitals that they don't have to take everybody. And in Queens, because I came from Queens, we lost hospitals a couple of years ago. They closed down Mary Immaculate Hospital, which was in the center of Jamaica. Hey, Miss Tawana, they closed down, and hey, Cooking with Steel. They closed down Mary Immaculate Hospital, and they closed down St. John's Hospital. Okay, 2 Catholic hospitals. Under the guise at first that these hospitals were there were things that the hospitals would not contract to do. So like when I was pregnant with my daughter, I went to prenatal care at Mary Immaculate Hospital, but because I wasn't married, I wouldn't have had the benefit of my children's father inside the delivery room. Then guess what? Mary Immaculate didn't even have, they had prenatal, but they didn't have a delivery room. So you had to go to St. John's. So some of the Catholic Church, Catholic principles were in place. They couldn't discuss with you like termination of anything. It was just it was tied up in the beliefs of the church. So I wasn't shocked when the hospitals died. And most people, if you lived in Southside Jamaica, Queens, they had a bad feeling about Mary Immaculate because they felt like most people died there. You needed to go to Jamaica Hospital if you wanted to be saved. All right, so they closed that down. At the same time, they rebuilt Queens General. Queens General was the worst hospital you could go to in the grouping. I go by my life experience and how I interpret the information. So these are my facts. And I'm telling you how I rationalize them. But just to say, I'm saying all of this to say this. There are very few hospitals. There were very few hospitals in that South Jamaica catchment. They only have Jamaica Hospital and Queens General. Queens General has definitely improved. And then they have further down the road. So that's going to cover everybody from the southern part, unless you go into Long Island and you go into the HIP program, what used to be all the HIP hospitals. Unless you go in, HIP was the ones that were ran by the Greater New York. So they were the ones that most of the city employees had access to way back in the days. They're known as the ones that were under HIP. And when I lived in Queens, I was under a HIP hospital. I took my kids to a HIP center, even when we wasn't But I did work for the city at a point in time, and that's how I got coverage through the HIP. Back then, it was exclusive. You had to be a city employee in order to get that coverage. That's why when we lived in public housing, uh, shout out to the project. If you take advantage of the programs that they offered, there were outs, there was improvement, there was growth possibilities. Um, it's you taking advantage of what was being provided. But we did have we have very few hospitals on the southern part of Queens. Now, on that side where they showed the hospital that had the overcrowding, Boogie's statement is 100% right. It covers the area, but they should have Flushing Hospital is down there, and I've worked in the hospital system because I worked at. Did you say Woodhall? Woodhall is in Brooklyn, but Booth Memorial is it got changed to some other name. I worked in Booth Memorial as I worked in the blood bank when I worked at Booth Memorial. Um, oh, what else? Um, Booth Memorial became something else. So Mo, are you stopping me even from? No one's. No, 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 no. No one has stopped me from doing anything. I have not been outside since the new changes have been put into place by what the president put in effect for the next 30 days. Now, I don't know how the next 30 days of movement is going to be like. And I said, crossing over into other states, right, with your different plates is going to bring attention. So, point in case, if you have New York plates and you're driving around New York, ain't nobody going to care about you driving around New York. But if you have New York plates and you go into New Jersey, they may stop you in New Jersey because they want to keep all you New Yorkers up in New Jersey. I'm up in New York. So that's a concern. I did not have a concern about that before because, again, I work in New Jersey and I live in New York. New Jersey, for me, from where I'm at, it's 5 minutes. I'm in Jersey. I prefer to go to Jersey to buy stuff. It's too damn expensive here in New York. Even if you go upstate New York, like into, if I was to go past the Bronx and into Yonkers, it's too expensive up there. New York is too damn expensive. The rent is too damn high and it's too damn expensive. So with all of those thought processes in place, I am concerned what this next week looks like. But I'm going to go food shopping because I'm going to replace the items because I think that's part of the reason why I'm sick. I think I purchased foods that I don't eat. But it still doesn't mean I won't get pulled over and questioned. So that's just annoyance. And I don't want to be talking to the police because they talk to everybody. And I don't want to have 6 feet of interaction with anybody right now that I don't have to. So I want to avoid the communication if at all possible. So that's how I feel. Like I don't want to have any interaction with them. You understand? I don't want to put myself in things. It's New York is too damn expensive. And honestly, people, there's skirmishes about a recession. Hello, we're in one. There's skirmishes about a depression. Hello, we might get there. Um, but one thing for certain is that we have resilience. This is a time, and I'm going to close out on this because I feel this more importantly than anything else. folk, have faith. This is the time to deal with your inner, whatever your inner, whoever your God is, whatever you worship, you have to have your inner faith. Even if you become ill, it's your mind over matter that will prevail. And having inner strength will be, having inner faith is going to be the best medicine that you can endure or you could take. And in my life, I know which things keep me motivated. And when people are motivated, that's a Mount Sinai. Now that is really interesting because I never see a Mount Sinai up here. Shit, I'm about to grow me some damn vegetables too. I'm about to go there and get. I haven't seen my father. For those that have asked me, I have not interacted with them because I didn't. T was still working. I was gonna wait till 14 days if I had not been around other people, and then I just thought about it, and I just thought it was just better not to say. I know that's right. Girl, I have to go to work. I have to punch in the thing. I'm waiting because I didn't tell you guys. I completely crashed the computer. I did some freaking BIOS update at the computer's request, and then it knocked me the whole hell out. I had to do a hard reset and clear it, and then I had to add everything. Only thing I could tell y'all right now is I've become a computer junkie. I understand what this shit is. I understand how it works. And this is just crazy. The thing that be killing me the most is that all of these people are walking around with fucking masks on, right? They just piss me. Every time I see somebody with a mask on, I be like, why you outside? Yeah, this is the new chair. I put it together. It came on Friday. That's when I think I got sick. Once I got the new chair, because it was all in my head, right? It was all in my head. Yeah, I be having to find my t-shirts because I need to be sending a message. Shout out to the real Yvonne. Wherever Diane Spicy Sagittarius is, shout out to Diane. I just know that's who's missing. But yeah, it is. That's about it. I hope that people do grow up. I was really troubled though to see that all this other stuff is going on in the world. If you need to wear a mask, keep your ass inside. The mask people and the glove people have me fucking annoyed because to me you're transferring all the shit. The mask people, I feel like you're contaminated. This what I think when I see a person with a mask. Get the fuck away. Get the fuck away. Get the fuck away. That's what I think. I think of all the reasons why I need to get far away from this person. They got something I don't want to get. Stay your ass in the house. Right? Now, the glove people are pissing the fuck out of me. And I had to do this thing that I never wanted to do on my cell phone. I had to add the ability to swipe I contacted my bank. I was like, can I get, yeah, I had to do Google Pay. Yeah. I was like, I never wanted to. I only had like the store card things on there, but I had to add my credit cards to Google Pay, and then I had to take them off. So I'm taking them off. So for hackers, I'm taking them off in the nighttime and putting it back on. But yeah, cause I don't want to be touching shit. But the glove people kill me because you done been everywhere with these damn gloves, touching everything. Well, my daughter told me there was a curfew at 8 p.m., but I'm going to tell you this. I don't know if there's a curfew or not, but I don't want to be outside right now because I don't want to be outside. So I don't have a problem with it. It's not the middle of the summertime where you want to sit out on a stoop or something. This is still the middle of the fall. We're in spring though. So we're in spring. What you need to be having your ass outside for anyway? But what I feel more sorry for is folks that are not getting paid, people that don't have the income right now. And it's frustrating to me to watch some of the videos around here and listen to people talking about how they waiting on a check. And I'm saying to myself, how you waiting on a check from the government? Did you pay some taxes? Did you pay some taxes? That'd be my question. Because the only people getting a check are people that pay taxes. So I don't understand what people that filed taxes last year. The mother's saying they can't take their kids being home. I know they can't. You know, they keep asking, is domestic violence up? My friend's daughter works for ACS, and she told us that the ACS complaints are up. And ACS is still going to people's houses, and a lot of people gonna lose their kids. A lot of you people gonna lose your man because he want to be with that side piece of ass. He can't deal with the main chick. He can't deal with you. He need that side piece. That side piece is what makes everything right. That's what makes him come home to you. And being deprived of that side piece is a mess. You did all caps. Why you do that? No, all caps. Yeah, side pieces are going down. You know, side piece. This is when the side piece gets your good man. Maybe I'll come back into a live. How side pieces are going to end up with your good man. Because right now, he is laying next to your ass, dreaming about his side piece and wanting to get inside the side piece. And he's looking around and he's watching how you react in an emergency, and he's thinking about all the benefits of his side piece. Cooking parents got buckled down and get kids on a schedule. That's not the problem with parenting, and the problem with some of these parents. I'm just touched, bitch. Please, I can tell you. No, the side pieces are at home alone. They're texting. You know, they're doing their little sneaky texts. They sending little sneaky pics and whatever. And he only got your ass to worry about. And he's wishing he was with his side piece. You know, being trapped with your ass is not helping matters. You understand? It's not helping situations. Um, so that's on that level. Now, see, these are housing workers, and they fucking got a whole suit. Horny folks definitely aren't practicing social distancing. It's not. First of all, I wouldn't be practicing social distancing either. If I'm in the house with my boo thing, I'd be doing my boo thing. See, what do you think they did in the 1900s? They fucked. They made love. They fucked. They enjoyed each other's fucking company. So if you, like, I'm just saying, that's exactly what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be making love all up and down the fucking house, all up through the what that shit that R. Kelly had. I don't know. Do it up the stairs. Do it in the shower. Be like what's the name from y'all need to be doing shit. But that's what you be doing. That's why you see a lot of people without a fucking man. This is why. Because y'all don't know how to entertain them. When they in the house stuck with your ass, like right now, they're like dreading the moment. That's why they're looking for side pieces. See, the side piece, when they enter her house, they fucking her from the front door. When they hit the door. When they hit the door. All right. The situation with kids, um, it all depends on what kind of parent you was in the first place with your kids before this stuff started. If you was not close with your kids, this ain't helping it. If you found other ways to get rid of your kids and not spend time with them, you won't know how to deal with this. And it will get on your last nerve. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know because I wouldn't have had that problem. I lived through the blackout, and I know how beautiful the blackout was inside my house. I could see stars. I was up inside the window talking about, oh, look at the stars. Do it to me, baby. Do it to me, baby. But I was looking at stars. So because I will never forget. Like that was the first time we could see stars outside in the trees because there was no light, and I never knew New York had stars. Yes, there were stars. If we did not have lights, you could see stars. That's what it is with couples, girl. You can't even finish a movie nowadays. That's exactly how it should be. Um, but if he don't want to be stuck in the house with your ass, and then he's stuck in the house with your ass, and your shit stinks all the way around, the way your attitude, the way you conduct yourself and shit, it could be the end of a lot of relationships. And hello, honestly, single women, brace yourself. This might be an opportunity for you to find you some men because they're making changes in their life because they're saying, yo, is this the person I want to be with during a disaster? Like, if you were stuck on a desert island, that's the question coming up. Shit. Booty shorts. First of all, if I was a side chick, I'm coming to the door in a nude. Or, because he already has the key, I'm already in the bed in a nude. So we're just waiting. You just need to get this shit on and popping. But everything else is, I don't know what to tell you. The Facebook trolls are already on the prowl. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Just keep it. But yeah, there has to be better socializing inside your household. We spend a lot of time apart from people because of our lifestyles, and when you get either one or two things will happen. Your relationship will grow stronger, or your relationship will fall apart. Now, I think if Negroes had a side chick, they done snuck out to get the groceries or whatever, because she home too. So you don't have to exclusively wait till the nighttime to go creeping. You just creep in the daytime when you go out. So, ladies, there's no long lines in the supermarket. He went with his side chick. I'm just telling you, like, there's no long lines in the supermarket. Especially if he came back and he wasn't frustrated from going to the supermarket. He went to the market, all right. I'm sorry to break it to y'all. And that's, it's his needs outweigh the shit. Like they want to run all the errands. No, they are doing the errands. They're like, boo, I need you to stay in here. They're like, boo, I need you to stay in here, and just I don't want you. You know what, honey? I don't want you catching the thing. I'm gonna take this L for the family. I'm gonna go out there. I got this. I can see a mofo right now. He already got. He's like, turn Monica off. This motherfucker, turn her ass off. I like listening to her, but not this morning on this shit right here. She just fucking shit up. Now somebody gonna be texting me with more than the grocery list. Look, he done went. The first thing he did though was go to the store because limited supply. So he went to the store. He captured the shit that you wanted him to capture, and then he put it in her refrigerator while he was doing her. And so you never know the difference that something didn't go right. I'm just telling y'all. And her ass let him do it too. This is when he starts to worry about somebody being there when he can't. I never thought about that. A married man is the most miserable right now. I don't really know. I would beg to differ. I think if a married man has the right companion, the correct wife, he's not miserable right now. He's happy. They're living their best life. If I was stuck in this situation and Chico was still alive, we'd be happy like a motherfucker. Because I'd be happy like a motherfucker running through here. Because I would only be having his time. I'd be suffocating that motherfucker like, right, driving him crazy. But it would be fair. I don't know. It all depends on how. But I'm just saying, if a husband is unhappy right now, it's because the woman he's got is not the right person that you want. She's not that person that you want to do life with. I mean, this shit said in sickness and in health. This is one of this shit. These are one of those examples. And if you don't want to get caught with this person in sickness and in health right now, and this is a health condition, then that's on you. What a cheating married man. But most people are not married. They just live with people that never commit to them anyway. So that's why those are the ones most likely to have the side chick. I don't want to hear from you right now, Boogie, because you're taking care of a new lady. So you got your hands full. Someone sent me a message to tell me that Social Security people on Social Security are getting a stimulus check as well. I'll have to look into that. Um, I don't even want to go through my whole breakdown of the $1,200 for a single person that makes 75,000. I already did the math with somebody else. It says up to 75,000. There's going to be some formula as to how much money a person's going to get, but people are not going to. I'm going to say this as I always say: count on yourself. Don't count on anything given to you. Count on shit being hard earned. I know that's fucking right. No, but now these people want to Skype and shit and do FaceTime. My boss wanted to do FaceTime the other day. I was like, why is the phone calling me? Don't call me on the phone. Oh, okay, hold on. Oh, okay. Thank you, Aaron, for sending me the dead bodies thing. This is what I'm gonna say. That's why I say pause. Nobody gets no money except for food. You know what, Ivame? I said the same thing. I was like, tomorrow's the first of the month. I'm holding on to my rent money. They can do whatever they want to do. I'm gonna hold on to my rent money, and I'm going to wait it out to see how this thing ends. I rather owe my landlord. I rather owe my landlord than anything else. Now, I'm going to pay the internet bill because I don't trust Time Warner Cable or whatever the fuck this cable company is called. Um, Sent that trillion to mortgage, landlords, electric company. Yeah. So I'm not I'm good for the 30 days. I'm good with paying April on April 30th. I do not have a problem with that. Um, and that's it. I mean, there's a 90-day moratorium in New York on rent. So you can't get evicted for 90 days. Thereafter, you could. I'm not telling you to spend the money. So people have to decide what they want to do. But I know for me, I already know my game plan. Besides, apartment prices about to drop. Well, let's see about that because I know they said for rent stabilized apartments that they were going to not raise the rent. So um, they were going to leave things the way they are. Send in your bill and then pay for it. Send that trillion to every bill collector. No person touches that trillion. Well, I'm not. I'm gonna wait till shit get to disconnection levels. When it says failure to pay this shit tomorrow will result in your shit understand what that means. All right, well, let me just do this screen right here. Da 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 da. Okay. Um, I'm gonna end on this note because I do need to go to work because I'm fortunate enough that I do have a job that has let me work from home. I need to do that. Um, it was nice speaking with you guys. Yeah, Boogie. Well, y'all shouldn't be fucking right now anyway. But I'm so worried my family has a baby due in May. Um I would not be worried about anything. Please, you don't have to send me proof of your conversations with. I'm going to go to the bill itself to see why they're giving. I don't care that they give people on Social Security additional money because of the incident. Um, I just want to know what's the circumstances behind it. So I'll go look that up to see what that is. Um, I think that people are going to need additional resources, but I want to be clear in this next statement that I make. There were folks who went to work every day, and for no fault of their own, their company was asked to close down. And because their line of business, you have to intake money to pay for people, they was laid off. Thanks, Still. So at the end of the day, when I look at all of the people that are disadvantaged, I don't see the people who are on disability as being disadvantaged because you have a paycheck. You have not a paycheck, you have a source of income coming in every single month. No matter what circumstances occur in the road, you have means of getting money. You can anticipate it, you are waiting on it, and it is there. It is as good as yours. It's bona fide. The people that went to work and are closed out of their jobs, who do not have money, who now are going to incur loss of wages, those are the only people I feel sorry for. I don't even feel sorry for myself. And I feel bad saying I'm holding on to my rent money because there's no circumstance where I need to be doing that. I'm just doing it out of abundance of caution because I wasn't negatively impacted. As of right now, I'm still fully employed, receiving my same paycheck. Same circumstance with people on welfare. They are still receiving anybody on government aid that was eligible for it, they're still receiving their money. It's the person that's not getting the check because they cannot go into work that I'm concerned about. And if, you know, honestly, maybe somebody in the reverse needs to explain to me why they feel disadvantaged. Um, Especially if it's a crazy check and you claim to be Kel, I can't with you. I wish I was on a program where you could highlight the comment, especially if it's a crazy check and you claim to be disabled, but you on YouTube talking about people all day. You understand? Those are the people that I'm worried about. And you know, I'm sorry. I hope I'm not being truly offensive to anyone. I'm just trying to point out the differences. When you are fully blessed, you shouldn't even be looking for anything else. We were supposed to, including myself, I'm supposed to be able to live off of my income through this circumstance. I'm listening to women talk about having the kids home all day. They ain't got no damn money. Listen, what meal did your kids get inside school? Lunch? You mean to tell me you bitches, sorry for the French, you bitches sent your kids to school without breakfast? You expected them to get breakfast and lunch from the school? Help me understand this. So your kids are home and you upset? That's crazy. You was only expecting to feed them dinner? Okay, then still maintain your household on only feeding your kids dinner. Make it a big ass dinner every night. But I just can't. I can't wrap myself around. I can't wrap my head around the shit I'm hearing. Um, but I do know in New York, shit is so expensive. I don't understand how people are making it. I'm telling you, I drive over, I cross the board. I'd rather spend $20 in tolls to buy food in Jersey than to be here in New York and buy some food. That is absolutely crazy. I'm living on reserves. Customers, restaurants are closed, open accounts not being paid. Who knows how many clients I will lose by June? Well, that's unfortunate. Did you look still make sure you take a peek at the small business loan, because how there's it's not, you have to go to the small business federal website for the small businesses and apply for that, apply for the small business loan from there. But if you don't have a business that had employees, you can't benefit from that. um because one of the plans is that you keep your employees on. If you're self-employed, this is the best time, this is the only time that you'll be able to apply for unemployment. um but again, those are the people that I worry about. It's situations like that that I'm concerned about. um and I just hope that no one's like upset talking about, oh, she don't care about people with disability. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you are fortunate that you have an income. Somebody right now is worried about their lifestyle because they don't have an income. It does become a grant, but you have to do certain things for that. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly, still just summarized it. The only way those small business loans are advanced to you is if you have employees that you are agreeing to continue paying them during this situation. Why do you think a Macy's would furlough their people? They're waiting for the government to feel sorry for those people they furloughed. And let's be clear what a furlough is. A furlough means that it's like a strike. Uh no, let me not give it likes anything. Furlough means just that. You're furloughed for a period of time. You will not be working, and when the company opens back up, you should have your job back. Layoff and furlough are two different things. So we need to hear what the specific language is. Yeah. So the people, because I just feel like sometimes people be like, "Oh my God, Monica is so mean to thing," and I'll be like, "I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to be considerate of the other people." Yeah, let's not get into that letting people out of jail stuff. We'll just leave that for another time. And your income hasn't changed. You on county or social security. So what's your that's what I keep saying. Like nothing's changed. You're supposed to be able to live off of your income. I can't exceed my means. I have to live within my means. So I'd be confused. I'd be really confused. I wouldn't want nobody to give me like I wouldn't want no one to give, and I'm trying to understand how they just arbitrarily determining. I think it should have been an option if you want the tax money, because I'm sure next year you're going to have to pay taxes on that $1,200. If you made $75,000, you will get up to $1,200, which means that if you made half of $75,000, you're only going to get up to $600. So if your annual income is like 30 something thousand dollars, right? You're 35,000, 35, 35, 60, 70. All right, so 37,000. Then you will get up to $600. And the numbers go down from there. Yes, you will be able to. That is true. But so we're talking about the average what's the average income? So they're telling you up to, and you have to listen to the language. Words matter. It's up to $1,200. But I'll just wait for the videos when people get their check and they know that they don't make $37,000 a year. Will get you $600 as a single person, right? And then from there, let's just do some math. If you don't make 37,000 a year, let's split that in half and say you make 15,007, so that's 3 5, so 15, 16, 17, 18,000. So if you make about 18,000, you're going to see about 300, a little over 300, but below $400. So at the end of the day, the average check that's going to go to somebody is going to be about $300 to $400, unless you're making $75,000 a year. Then you will see the full $1,200. That's for one person. Now, if you're one person and you get I don't know how they doing the kids, if they just blanketly giving kids $500 for kids, but remember they had cut out a lot of stuff that people used to get for having kids. So when people keep hearing $1,200, it's up to $1,200 if you on 75,000. So if you make more than 75,000, guess what? You won't be getting that up to 12,000 either, up to $1,200 either. Or that's all you will get is $1,200. I haven't looked into it to see if it means if you're past 75,000, do you still get it? Is it just capped at $1,200? And honestly, if you was receiving that kind of money, I guess I don't know. And the word there is called stimulus. So it's a stimuli, which means that it's intended for you to spend it. So it's amazing that we should be sheltered in place or not removed. And then the next thing you know, people are figuring out how they're going to spend their $300, the average $300 to $400. I don't understand it, but shout out to making the shit work. Um, that's my last thought for today. This is Mo, I appreciate all of you who came and joined me this morning. Please stay safe, stay indoors as much as possible, and take this time to meditate and work on your inner growth. I think I'm gonna change this title to growth, but work on your inner growth. First and foremost, change some of the paths that you're on. This is Mo. I've got to go.